Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Yeah. What's going on, all y'all out there? It's your boy Skywalker the Jedi tapping in with y'all again. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Much love to everybody out there in the Syndicate Network and its colleagues. You dig? You guys are all amazing. Thank you to everybody that will be participating in the live chat, and everybody that will be partaking in the replay crew as well. We got a lot to discuss. We are here today about to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on the fan event that I was lucky enough to attend, thanks to an opportunity from a homie, and I was able to experience that thing. Like I didn't even know that I was going to end up going to this thing and checking it out, but man, I'm gonna break down just the time that I had, and we're gonna be discussing this film. You dig? I will not be going into spoilers. I do want to give everybody else a chance to go see this movie still. I have another stream planned where I'm going to be going into spoiler territory, and we'll be talking about everything because there's like a lot to break down in this movie. Especially with some of the and let me give you guys a gentle reminder: no spoilers in the chat, or the comment will be deleted, and you may or may not get blocked. I'm just going to say that right here. There will be no spoilers in the chat. None. I'm giving y'all a warning right now because depending on who you are, will dictate whether or not your comment just gets deleted or you get blocked. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of crazy spoilers going around lately, and I ain't trying to partake in none of that. I don't want to spoil anybody's viewing of this film. So there will be none of that in the chat. You guys got your firm warning up front. Yes. Now, man, this was quite the experience. So let's say what's up to everybody in the chat first, and then we'll get caught up with everything. Man, because we got a lot to discuss. We got Bad Dan in the building. What's going on, Bad Dan? Bad Dan said that he just seen it twice, so I'm pretty sure that he gonna have some thoughts on it. We got Mama Bear in the building. What's going on, Mama Bear? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for being here, classing up the place as usual. It's always great to have you in the building. We got the homie Zod Ryder in here. What's going on, Zod? Y'all make sure to head on over to Zod's channel. I was just over there the other day with episode 111 of late night Q&A, which was a blast. And yeah, y'all be sure to check that out. We got Linda Hamlin in the building. What's going on, Linda? She said she loved Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, I got a lot to discuss, man. This movie, yo. Yeah, I know that you guys might have had some of my takes spoiled if you tuned in to Leon's live this morning. But yeah, we're gonna break this thing down because I had a time last night. What's going on, Bishop? What's going on, right? We got Chris Brown in the building. What's going on, Chris Brown? Much love, much love. Everybody calm down. The Bishop's here, right? Yeah. DC Talk with Extended. What's going on, bro? We got Charles Austin in the building. Salute to you, sir. All right. We got the Creed in the building. What's going on, Creed? Future Tron in the house. What's going on, Future Tron? Much love, all y'all, man. Chris Brown said that he's seen it twice. They got the Rebel Moon panel going on now. Hey, look, y'all keep me updated, man, because I gotta find out about this Rebel Moon stuff, yo. Like, man, we probably got to do a breakdown of that panel too. Man, so much stuff coming, yo. There's so much stuff coming. He said, Hollywood trades have been freaking spoiling. Hey, that's stupid, man. That is so stupid. Prime says he absolutely loved it. One of the best MCU films in years. Hey, we gonna break it all down. We gonna break it all down. We got Iron Will in the building. What's going on, Iron Will? Yeah, no spoilers, bro. Yeah, I'm glad that you ain't heard none, bro, because I didn't hear any either. Right, and what was crazy is somebody spoiled some shit in the group chat that I'm in, but I didn't see that. I did not see that. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to have that ruined for me because, yeah, there's definitely some things that I would have been upset if they would have been ruined for me, and I really don't want to be doing that to anybody else here, because especially with the stuff that we talk about on this channel, it's some big shit in this film. It's some things that may mean some shit that might mean something going down the line, and I don't want to spoil that for nobody. You dig? So yeah, and that's why I kind of been off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, much love to you too, Charles Austin. One half of the Lethal Geeks. Y'all make sure to go check out that podcast that they did with Curly Ray. It was a lot of great stuff in there, and they've been releasing tidbits from that stream, and it's been super dope. So what's going on? Sean says 96 million on Friday, bro. I told y'all that this movie was going to make some crazy ass money. Yeah. All right. Said the best Marvel film since Phase 1. Man. All right. Let's get through this opening rigmarole so we can get started with the show and talking about this fan event that I went to. We are on the road to 2K. Make sure that you guys are liking the content, sharing it out, hitting that notification bell, subscribing, all that good jazz. It really helps with the algorithm and our placement in it. And also, it helps us increase the bandwidth of this campaign that we've been going. I know y'all see it all over the screen. Sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix, because we've been pushing for a conclusion to Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the Netflix platform, and been making great strides at getting that. Even got an answer from Netflix. So yeah, y'all make sure to support the campaign if it is something that you're also interested in, and if you want to do so, we only ask that you guys just be positive, don't mix the hashtags, and don't reply to quote tweet, mention, or anything like that anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to James Gunn. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and Twitter are platforms that you guys should be watching, following, and subscribe to. All pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Leon of the New Geeks. If you want to sponsor a stream like the homie W Mir did today, when you guys give super chats, whoever donates the most, it is tallied up, and you guys will have your name scrolling across the bottom of a following stream. You dig? Let's get caught up with the chat one more time, and then we're gonna go get cracking. All right. Prime says the ending and credits low-key had me choked up. As a huge fan of the other films, yeah, we're gonna get to that. Bishop says it was almost perfect. I just had one gripe about it, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah, that's gonna probably be I don't know if you can discuss that without spoiling anything, but hopefully we can. Mama Bear said I moderated a stream where they were going full spoilers, no earbuds for that. All right. Sean says people want to spend 96 million on Friday as if they've starved the quality on the big screen. Yeah, I mean, look, I just think that it goes to show when you have something that looks dope and it resonates with people, they'll spend the money. Like, that's why I've never understood all this doom and gloom shit with the theaters, man. Like, they've been consistently watering down the fucking content, bro. They've been consistently watering down content, watering this shit down, putting agendas in movies instead of just focusing on making something dope. And then the audience has been non-responsive to that. And then what do? They turn around and blame the audience, say, oh, nobody going to theaters. How about y'all make some dope shit? Huh? How about y'all make some dope shit? Linda says she went on Thursday. Yeah. Charles says, I'm not a Marvel guy, but I will admit I was shocked by this last Deadpool film. Yeah, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. You dig? Right? She says, next step after 2K, that 100K. I know what the next goal is going to be. You dig? Show for show. We got a Curly Ray with the member chat for 6 months. Is saying, I'm going to see Deadpool and Wolverine when I come back from my trip, but I can't wait to watch it. And shout out to the Cool Table. Shout out to the Cool Table. Right? Yeah. Much love to the homie Curly Ray. Let me go ahead and give you this drop, bro, for this member chat for 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that film was all Ryan Reynolds, right? And then Prime says, reminder, Ryan Reynolds is a Snyder supporter. Man, look, we gonna get to that, bro. I think that's gonna probably be something more for the spoiler stream. All right, yeah. Hugh Jackman hasn't lost a step in 24 years as Logan / Wolverine. He is truly one of our GOATs. Yeah. Nolan wants the rights to Halo. Yeah, hey, we're gonna talk about that too on a night shift. All right, yeah. Now y'all killing it in the chat. Said there was one part in the movie that made me cry as an X-Men stan. I was getting teared up too, but hey, we gonna he said, how about y'all make something? I'm for real, bro. All right. Geek Defense Initiative says, should I watch the movie? I don't like Deadpool because of the comedic tone, but I heard that this one is good. Here's the thing. Like, here's my experience with Deadpool, right? I liked Deadpool 1, right? My only problem with Deadpool 1 was that I felt that they put a lot of the funniest bits in the movie in the trailers, right? So that was my problem with Deadpool 1. I was like, it was funny, but a lot of the funnier parts I had already seen, right? I felt like we saw a lot of that movie before it actually came out. Deadpool 2, I thought was good, but I kind of like the first one more. This is the best Deadpool movie, hands down. So that's where I was at with it. I don't know if that helps you or not, because it is that Deadpool comedic tone, but in my view, like, yo, yeah, we're gonna get to that. But hey, He said, when is night shift? By the way, we might have one soon. This upcoming week is going to be pretty tough. We got a lot of stuff planned for you guys this week. That's not, well, it's just kind of focused in one direction for the most part. We do have some other streams planned, but for next week, yeah, almost all the content on this channel is going to be focused in like one kind of direction. So I'll be talking with Stino later today, and we'll kind of work that out when the next night shift is going to be. But this upcoming week is going to be a little tough. Said, wait, is the Nolan Halo rumor true? I thought it was clickbait, and we gonna cover it. Yeah, he said, I cried. No cap, no shame. Dope movies do that to me often. No shame. Yeah, I kind of was getting choked up, bro. Yeah. Said, oh, yep, nah, that Wolverine movie was dope. Absolutely. All right. And then Prime says, I agree, Sky. Deadpool 2 is good, but the weakest of the trilogy. Right. Mama Bear says, I'm guessing the focus this week won't be on baggy suits. No, it won't. Won't be no baggy suit coverage over here. I don't give a shit what happened. But if they could drop a trailer, I ain't talking about that shit till after next week. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this week coming up is gonna be dope. But let's get to this show, yo. So much. Says for me, it goes Deadpool 3, 1, and 2. Yeah, yep. That's the same order I got. Now, full disclosure, I went to the El Capitan Theater. You dig? To go see this film. So I was amongst a whole bunch of, Deadpool, Marvel, MCU fans. So I really got like, the experience, right? Just like a few shots of some stuff. I'm gonna show you some of this stuff, but yeah, this was like the little badge that they gave us. You know what I'm saying? One of these is funny because it was actually transitioning from Deadpool to Alien Romulus, but we had to keep moving forward in the damn line, so I couldn't really stop and try to take another one. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it was super dope, and it was amazing being around or just being in like such a packed theater with so many fans of a franchise, right? When you really get to see stuff amongst the biggest fans, I think it always kind of elevates the experience, right? Yeah, but it was super dope. Let me show you guys some of the goodies that we got. Once again, here's in person that fan event badge, right? We also got some other stuff. Shit, I actually can't show you. All right, hold on. All right, we got Coke can, right? And a Coke cans. These aren't regular Coke cans. They actually have characters on them. I can't show you who's on mine because it actually spoils a fucking cameo. So I'm not gonna do that. But just know that I have a Coke can with a cameo character on it. We got these Deadpool Funko Pops. You know what I'm saying? All these were given out to. Got these Deadpool Funko Pops, and also they gave us these Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn buckets. You did. So all this stuff was super dope. And I was glad to be able to be in the building and just have an opportunity to go check this out and to see all this, man, because it was dope. It was super dope. Now let's get to the actual movie, bruh. Yo, this movie, right? Bad Dan says show the Coke can during your spoiler review. No, I absolutely will. I absolutely will. Yeah, and it was funny because I was actually about to show it, and then I looked and I was like, oh shit. I was like, they don't know that they're in the movie, and I was like, all right, let me just cover it up. But that was super dope. They were actually selling a lot more stuff there. Yeah, Linda says at our theater had it all gone by the second showing. Yeah, they were selling a lot of Deadpool stuff though. I actually ended up getting there like right before the movie started, and so I didn't have much time to really go through everything. And they tell you at the start, if you want to buy anything, like they had so much Deadpool merchandise there, man. They had the other popcorn buckets, all that stuff that I just showed you guys we got for free, right? That was all part of your ticket. But they were also selling stuff there, like they had all types of merchandise, man. Like they had Deadpool and Wolverine on top of a taxi, and just like, man, it was all types of stuff. And it was so dope seeing all that stuff there and giving fans the opportunity to really get cool shit for stuff that they want, right? Because when I see stuff like that, I just think like, hey, what if that was for like a Snyder project, right? And we just had all these different ways of just buying merchandise for a film, right? So it was just super dope, man, and just being there. He said, did you get the Wolverine popcorn bucket? I did not. As I said, I didn't have time to go stand in that line. I only got this one, the Deadpool and Wolverine one. And as long as I got a popcorn bucket, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm cool. Or a popcorn tin, rather, right? So this was the only one that I had got. But I'm not really tripping because that line was long as hell, and people was gonna be missing the movie trying to get merch and stuff, and I just really wasn't. I just really wasn't trying to do that. So but a lot of people was rocking with like it was funny because especially when I had to go use the restroom after the showing. So many people had them big mouth Wolverine bucket show. It was crazy. So yeah, I'm sure that they sold out of all that stuff. Bishop says there's 20 people in here and only 14 likes. Come on, y'all, get it together for sure. I'm gonna start doing like some of these content creators do and just start pausing the show and just not talking. You know what I'm saying? And just being like, yo, y'all get them likes up. Get them likes up. I be trying to just keep the conversation going, right? Yeah. Yeah, he says, yeah. If they had the alien Romulus bucket here, I'd get it. Are they not gonna have it in Canada? That's crazy. He says, when is your spoiler review? That's going to be next week because I have something also that's going to be very special about that. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Yeah. He says, I wanted the popcorn bucket, but like I said, all the stuff was gone, even the free stuff. They ran out of free stuff? Yeah, nah. Wasn't no way they was gonna run out of stuff here. And they literally like had everything lined up when we was coming out. Like they were just handing it to everybody. Like boom, 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 boom. It was crazy. But no, I wanna talk about just a few aspects of this film, and I'll break it down that way, and so that way I won't have to go into spoiler territory. But yo, the humor in this film, I think that they really let Ryan and just it seems like it's the same team or the same energy, the same mindset behind those Fox X-Men movies and stuff like that. This film is so funny. Like, I can't stress that shit enough. I laughed so much, literally, like from the time that the movie begins to the time that it goes off. I was laughing. There are very few jokes in this film that just didn't land at all with me. I said this on Leon's stream earlier. I think each gag or joke or whatever, it at least got like a little bit of a chuckle. Like I'd be like, right? It would go from to like me just outright laughing out loud, pointing at the screen, clapping, like, yo, this movie is hilarious. It's hilarious, like from the time, and it's so funny because I was talking about the beginning of this film with Leon, and we were speaking about how he was almost like upset at first because they do something in the beginning that I wouldn't have seen coming. I literally did not see this coming at all. And just the fact that they did that at the very beginning really set the tone for the rest of the movie. Right? And this movie is super meta, and yo, from the very beginning, I was just laughing, yo. I couldn't believe how hard that I was laughing, from the song choice that was made to kind of open the movie up to what was actually happening on screen. Like, I couldn't believe that they were doing that, And another point that I really wanted to drive home that I really enjoyed about this film is just how meta that it was. I really appreciate that nobody else was able to break the fourth wall, because I had heard that apparently Hugh Jackman, when he first kind of came on, was saying like, yo, why doesn't Wolverine do that, and Ryan Reynolds kind of explained to him like, nah, like this should be a thing that only Deadpool does, and he just explained to him why. And if they really would have had Wolverine doing that, I think it really would have cheapened a lot of the jokes, right? Like, because once you start getting everybody else doing that and other people kind of joining in and breaking the fourth wall, it just it would have cheapened it. And also, yeah, them choosing to start the movie off the way that they did, it was really perfect. And it just set the tone. Like, yo, don't expect, like everything is like nothing is off limits. That was what I got when the movie started. It was that nothing was off limits. Nothing was off limits. And I love that. Right? Because she said that she was talking about the alien bucket. Says I was giggling through the whole movie. Right? That Dan said, I can't believe Hollywood allowed that movie to be made. Yo, I was saying the same thing. And I think that that's the reason why this movie has been getting a lot of the backlash that it has, because they skewer everything. Like, there's nothing that's off limits. Everybody got it. Like, I mean, this ain't super spoilers, but like, they were making fun of WBD. They were making fun of Fox. They were making fun of Disney. Like, everybody got it. Everybody got it. And to be honest, Disney probably got it the worst. Says, I wasn't ready for that at all. I'm talking about the opening, right? Yeah. Right, yo, but nah, yeah, he said it was something that Deadpool would do, straight disrespectful, right? For sure. Said, hey, thank you for stopping by, Linda. Hope you have a wonderful evening, right? You be sure to enjoy yourself. Says certain jokes. Yeah, they cooked everybody. And that's why I think that he's saying that he was surprised that this movie was able to be made. Disney got it worse than everybody. There was so many shots at Disney, yo. There was so many. And even stuff that wouldn't seem like it was kind of a shot at the time, when you think about it, yeah, it kind of was, you know what I'm saying? Because they was roasting the Marvel formula, yo, the quality that's been coming, the quality of all these projects that have been dropping, is they were roasting so many things, yo. And I just think that when you do that, you're gonna have people that are usually champions of these franchises and stuff like that come out and try to defend it, right? Because let's just say, for like, I don't want to get too specific here, but let's just say that you've been a writer and you've been online championing all these recent Disney Plus shows, right, that have been dropping from Marvel. And let's say this movie comes in and it just starts skewering all the Disney Plus shows that have been coming out recently. If you've been writing and you've been covering this stuff and you've been reviewing everything and you've been giving these projects high scores, how do you come out and then be in support of something that's making fun of something that you've been championing for so hard, right? So yeah, I just think it's like a lot of weird stuff that's going on. And it just seems as if they don't like these projects that are kind of turning the camera back at the studios and just pointing out how egregious some of these decisions are, right? Yeah, there is There is no running from it. If you go watch this movie, everybody got it, yo. Fox got it, you know, Disney got it, WBD got it, the whole, you know, Zod just said everybody took the L. You know what I'm saying? Everybody took the L. And yeah, no. This shit is crazy. Says they cooked DC, Disney, Fox, Marvel. Yeah, everybody got it. Said Kevin Feige. Mama Bear says they unleashed a Canadian. There's going to be a lot of fallout, right? Says facts. Studios these days deserve that roasting righteously. If they want to keep making money, get a stiff upper lip and take it. Yeah, take it on the chin. Chris Brown says, I believe this movie has a China release as well. $1 billion is very possible. I'd be happy for Ryan to get that. Especially with how he's looking. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think this movie's gonna make $1 billion. I don't see any reality where this shit doesn't. I really don't. I really do not see this movie not making $1 billion. Everybody in this chat is already going to go see this shit multiple times. And usually that's how those films get to $1 billion, is everybody going to go see it multiple times. And everybody in this chat is going to go see it multiple times. I'm probably going to go see this shit again. Or wait, no, it ain't even. Oh, never mind. Let me not. Yeah. Yeah, I think that $1 billion is gonna happen. I think it's gonna I think it's gonna do a little bit over. Yeah, I think $1 billion's gonna happen for sure. And when it does, there really can't be this like fucking oh my god, you know, this whole theaters are dead thing really needs to stop. Because this movie, especially, yo, if you get something of quality on the screen and you market it properly and it resonates with people, they will go see that shit. Everybody keeps acting like these theaters are dead, man. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Right? But they do that to lower the expectations, right? Especially for something like Superman Legacy, which we all know that movie's gonna fucking bomb. But like, they want to temper the expectations. Like, oh my god, people, everybody got superhero fatigue. Everybody's, you know, not really wanting to go to the theaters right now. We still can't really recover after, you know, that damn pandemic. I don't know what word YouTube prefers, you know what I'm saying? But no. I'm not gonna want to hear that. I'm not gonna want to hear it. I'm not gonna want to hear that shit at all. Like, if you put something dope in the theaters, people will go watch that shit. This movie is hilarious, yo. Bad Dan says they cooked the woke mafia. Oh, for sure. For sure. Nah, everybody got it. Right? You got a RL saying what up? Nah, we're not doing an open panel today. He said, especially with how he is looking out for some of our beloved folk. Hey, don't be doing that, Chris. All right. He says, if Hugh Jackman is in this interview, then who is in charge of hell? Quote, Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds be bugging, bro. It says, exactly. Their excuses, theaters are dead. That way is they can justify a loss when in reality they keep pumping out trash. Exactly. Exactly. Nah, man, I'm not going for that anymore, bro. Like, it's too many examples, right? Bad Boys was just in the theaters making money, bro. Right? But it's like they're mad when movies that don't pander to people or do this woke shit are is successful, right? And then they just want to keep, hey, I actually think now that this is being done purposefully. Like, ain't no way, man. Ain't no way that you just gonna keep flooding the theaters with bullshit movies, and then people don't want to go see them, and then you keep saying, "Oh, theaters are dying, theaters are dead," right? And then every time something come out that's not pandering and just trying to make a good quality movie, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna say like Oppenheimer or from last year, right? Just a quality movie, just a quality movie, made damn near $1 billion. Even Barbie, right? Which I still have not seen that movie. Barbie made $1 billion over that, right? Nah. Said dead theaters, but packed seats for movies like Deadpool. It's crazy. Creed said, coming weeks will tell the tale on the billion. Cameos may not pull rewatch outside of the hardcore after initial view is over. That's the thing that makes the billion, though, Creed, is the hardcore people going to go see it over and over and over again. Right? Yeah. Charles Austin says Bad Boys 4, Deadpool 3, Oppenheimer, Top Gun was another one. Twisters. Right? Twisters was making money, bro. Hold on, he asked me a question. Right? Twisters is making money right now. Flop after flop after flop. Yeah. Yeah. No spoilers in the chat. Oh, for sure. Right? He said, yo, Skywalker, how much money did Bad Boys for Life clear at the box office? It made over 100 million the first weekend. Right? Made over 100 million opening weekend. Hey, we got Mars the Demon in here. What's going on, Mars? Yeah. What's going on? Hope you're having a great day, bro. Yo, what's good, Sky? For sure. All right. We got Terrace House Guy. Says the people will come out for good stuff. Oppenheimer and Dune 2 were sold out, even at 3 a.m. shows. Bro, Dune 2 is another one. Quality stuff, bro, will bring people out. Will bring people out. Chris Brown says, bro, I saw Top Gun Maverick like 4 times in IMAX theaters easy. If you build it, they will come. That's the point, right? This is that hardcore that I was talking about. And Top Gun Maverick, didn't that make $1 billion too? Right? That made $1 billion too. If I'm not sure, it's the hardcore going to go see this shit over and over and over again. You don't get that billion mark from just general audience. Yep, for sure. Mars says been out the loop with comic book shit, but Deadpool Wolverine was peak for sure. Deadpool and Wolverine is like a voice for us frustrated film folk who want to watch and spend on quality. Deadpool is telling it like a fan for sure. And that's why I was glad that there was all of the shots made at, you know, not even just the studios, but some of the audiences as well, right? Like we were talking about the woke mafia. You know, there were some shots at everybody, right? Top Gun made 1.2 billion, right? Sorry, had to delete that comment, Mars. We ain't doing no spoilers in the chat. You did, but yeah, nah, ain't no way, man. Oh, or was it 1.5? I don't know, but either way, when you focus on giving people quality shit, man, instead of like trying to preach to them, there is no ceiling on what you can achieve, right? Like if you build something quality, bro, the people will show up. They will show up. So yo, the humor was excellent in this film. I laughed at damn near all the jokes. At the very least, I probably chuckled at a few, but for the most part, I was laughing, and then a few times was laughing very loudly. The action scenes, super dope, yo, super dope. Very well put together. I think that Sean Levy, um, obviously he's worked with Ryan Reynolds in a few films, and he's also worked with Hugh Jackman. I heard Leon say that he didn't like Real Steel, which I believe was a Sean Levy film. I'm gonna have to cuss Leon the hell out because Real Steel is like an amazing film. I don't know what the hell is going on with Leon talking about Real Steel. Ain't gonna be no Real Steel slander, but nah, man, this film, the action in it was absolutely top notch. I think it has the best action beats out of all of the Deadpool films, right? Seeing Deadpool and Wolverine fighting one another, which isn't really a spoiler. Everybody knew that they were going to fight each other. That fight is super dope. Just everything, man. There's like a few kind of misdirects too, where they kind of hype up a fight. No, like I'm gonna just say this: they are well aware of how long we've been waiting for some of these pairings, right? Man, it's dope, yo, and the action scenes was top notch, and I really enjoyed it. He said, "Oh, you crazy girl," right? Yeah. Yeah. He said, we got Frank C saying, when you give people their beloved actors too, the people will come. A certain studio should take a clue. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the Real Steel was fantastic. Bishop says it's a couple of scenes that had me literally crying laughing. Yeah, bro. I was bugging in there. Yeah. We ain't taking no Real Steel slander over here. You know what I'm saying? So we love Leon. He can have the occasional odd take. Said Leon had Deadpool spoiled for him. Let's cut him some slack for a week. Oh my god, bro. Nah, I own Real Steel too. 100%. Probably on Blu-ray though. I don't have that one on 4K. But yeah. Sean says heard Henry Cavill is in Tom Cruise's next film. It's a World War film. Christopher McQuarrie Cavill will rock on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Frank C says, Sky, do you see this film is setting a new trend for comic book movies? I see something on the horizon, and that's actually like one of my later topics. Right? That's actually one of my later topics. But yeah, yo, the action in this film is top notch, yo. Uh, uh, a lot of the fight scenes are choreographed, super dope. I think that the villain, Cassandra Nova, is that her name? Yeah, like her power set and the way that they showed her using her powers was super dope. And it added a lot to the fight scenes that they kind of had with her, and just all those scenes in general as well. But yo, they was getting super creative. You know what I'm saying? For everybody, I I know that y'all, if you've seen this film, you know what was going on this part. And yeah, it was just several scenes in here that was just super dope, and it had a lot more action than I thought that it was. Right? Yeah. So I love, you know, which word I accidentally missed. Oh yeah, nah, it's all good. All right. Uh Bishop says the first Wolverine and Deadpool fight was incredible. I never saw Wolverine like that before in live action. Yeah, yo, and that was something that they really tried to play up, because obviously we've been waiting to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the MCU for quite a long time, right? And so they really had to do something to differentiate him being in the MCU versus those Fox films, and they had to do it early, right? So when you first start seeing Wolverine in action, yes, it is very different to how you've seen him um in all of the other films, right? And so uh be on the lookout for that too as well. Yeah, the scenes were choreographed great. They were creative. This car scene, you know what I'm saying, right here. Um, Man, right? It says the car, right? Yeah. Chris Brown says this film truly opens the door for films like Blade remake or a Punisher or a Ghost Rider remake, etc., to have a hard R rating despite being an MCU film. I'll take it. Nah, man, look, yo, they definitely uh they can go in a lot of different directions. And I'm gonna also get to that in that later topic. Bad Dan says the opening fight scene might be my favorite. And then Bishop says the car was off the hook. I'm sorry. Yeah, like I don't know which one. But yo, there was a few fight scenes in this movie that was off the chain. That was off the chain. Big Rich says, so it's X-23 now in the MCU. Well, no spoilers here, but I would say if you see the trailer, X-23 is in the trailer. So yeah, and this movie takes place in the MCU. So if you whoever you see in the trailer is in the MCU. So because all these characters that you guys are seeing in this film takes place in the MCU. So we ain't doing no spoilers here. Yeah. Terrace House guy says R ratings in the US are age 17, right? Because it was rated 15 for us over here in the UK, and there were loads of kids in the cinema. Yes. It's 17 without an adult, but we had hella kids in the theater too, you know what I'm saying? Because they had their parents with them, right? Yeah. The action scenes were great. Absolutely. Charles Austin says, man, no spoilers, but there was a couple of characters in here I was really, really glad to see. Yeah, I have a whole topic on that too. Yeah. He said, hey, Sky, what about that one line that one actor said during a fight scene? Do you know which one I'm talking about? I think, and was it the one about skating? Was it? Hey, but that was, yeah, that was crazy. Prime says, I was pleasantly surprised to see some jokes aimed at woke culture. Nah, they didn't hold back at all on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. All right. Oh, yeah. No. Hey, bruh, I was dying, right? Big Rich said it was one movie Fox should have made, and after watching Deadpool, they blew an opportunity. Yeah, we'll get into that too. But I actually thought that was, yeah. All right. Look, action in this film was off the chain. Fight scenes was super dope. Make sure if you're gonna go see this, I would try to see this on the biggest screen that you guys possibly can. Yep. 100%. Iron Will says, yeah, Skywalker, I happen to know some people that went as a family to go see this movie as well. Don't you think it's absolutely effing crazy that Deadpool would be considered a family movie? Hey, it is, right? But hey, it's just crazy. Chris Brown says, Sky, a certain dig at WBD literally got one of the biggest pops in my IMAX theater. I wish that I could say more. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that on a spoiler review because that was crazy. That got a huge pop here too, or at that fan event, and that just screams to a larger point. But we're gonna get to that because if that got one of the biggest reactions for all of the cameos, what does that say? Right? This is as far as I'm going to go into like dancing around these spoilers because I like we know that y'all want to talk about it, but we can't. But I'll just say this: if that cameo got one of the largest responses out of everybody, what does that say? What does that say? Right? I'll just kind of leave it at that. But man, moving forward though, one of the other things that really surprised me was how much heart that this movie had, yo. This film, yo, like it had people in there crying, yo. And I think that they really tug on the heartstrings in showing a lot of parallels between Deadpool and Wolverine, even though they're kind of like on opposite sides of the same coin. They share a lot of parallels, and you really feel for Wolverine, and you see like how much how much of like a tragic character that he was, and still is, or yeah, that he was, always has been. I don't know. I'm kind of confused, but it says the the WB joke was my favorite. It said, exactly, bro. It was a pop directly at Gunn. Love it. It says WBD is incredibly stupid. Hey, see? Look, they are agreeing that if that cameo got the loudest pop out of every, like, what does that mean, bro? You know? But yeah, I agree with Bat Dan here. It definitely was the most serious of the 3 Deadpool movies. Man, I can't wait to see where there's so much that we can glean from this movie, man. And Prime says facts, the ending and credits had me in the feels. Yeah, because part of the heart of this film is that it is a love letter and a homage to everything that Fox had been doing. I know that one of the kind of selling points is, hey, Deadpool and Wolverine are in the MCU now, but don't get it confused. This is like a Fox X-Men movie, pretty much. It is set in the MCU, but the vast majority of the characters are all from the Fox universe. So those are going to be the characters that you're mainly dealing with, and it's just set in the MCU timeline, right? Charles Austin says Deadpool and Wolverine had a very good arc. It was awesome to see Deadpool go serious, talk about his penchant for being funny, but leaned on Logan for guidance. Absolutely. So it means Ryan Reynolds should buy WBD, sell the WBD to Ryan Reynolds. Crazy. All right. Chris Brown says, is speaking to the heart factor, Hugh Jackman has so much range and versatility as an actor, even outside of the action. He's one of our treasures, bro. Yeah, and he was the one that brought a lot of the heart, right? There's a scene, especially like later on in the film, and it's funny because one of the kind of things is Deadpool like asks him a question, and he goes, are you going to talk about this now, or is it going to be like a third arc kind of like flashback? You know what I'm saying? And then like when that conversation comes up later, man, it just hits very hard. It hits very hard, and that's when I looked around at everybody close to me, and people was crying, getting choked up, and I was like, damn, man. Hugh Jackman played such a good role, man, and I do want to thank him for really it seemed like he really, look, obviously I'm never gonna accuse Hugh Jackman of like phoning it in as Wolverine, because I know that that's not what he does. It takes him too much time to get into shape and having to eat all that food and all that stuff, and he has famously talked about how much he's hated having to get in shape to play Wolverine and having to eat all that food. So I will never accuse him of phoning anything in, and that's not what I'm trying to say. But what I will say is, it seemed like he took this shit even more seriously than being in Logan. And I would kind of understand why, right? Because even with Logan, right, that movie, he showed a lot of range, hella range, and that's like the quintessential Wolverine storyline, right? Of him kind of going from this gruff character who's like this outsider, again, mad at the world, and then him having to go on this journey of like self-discovery through having to kind of like guide this child to her destination, right? And I'm pretty sure that he thought that probably was going to be the last time that he ever played Wolverine. But I think that knowing the pressure that he kind of felt coming back after Logan, right? I think that that's what kind of drove him to not only get into fantastic shape, but to also kind of find a new place to go with Logan, right? That he hadn't really done before. You get to see because it's obviously a different Logan. There's stuff that you get to see for the first time with this Logan that you wouldn't have seen with the one from the prior films, right? So, and it's not just the action sequences and how he fights, even though that is very different. There's also different emotions that I feel like Hugh Jackman conveyed very, very strongly throughout this film that he hadn't really gone there with the prior iteration of this character. Yeah, Prime. I'm talking about the X-Men Origins game or that Deadpool game. I played them a little bit, but yeah, it was actually pretty cool, but I didn't finish them though. Right? Yeah. Bishop says it's just like Ben Affleck wanting to come back and play Batman because he has a better understanding of how to play him now. That's what happened with Hugh Jackman. Yeah. And now he can be playing him till he's 90. You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe he stated in one of his interviews that he got to play some aspects of Wolverine that he's not got to do in the 20 plus years that he's played him thus far. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bad Dan didn't like Logan. That's crazy. Yeah, I thought Logan was good. I did think it was a little overrated. I'm not going to front. Like, Logan is not one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. I thought it was a really, really good film, but I did think it got gassed a little bit. But I would definitely not say it was thumbs down, bro. It was not thumbs down for me. It was just some stuff that made me mad. Yeah. Like, really mad. Yeah, that's what happened with Logan. It was like it was at a lot of high points, but it was some parts that really just made me mad, and it just brought the score down some. He said, "Bad Dan, excuse me, sir." He said, "Bad Dan, are you drinking again?" He said, "Bad Dan does this and it get a rise, right?" A Fox MCU hybrid film is good terminology, perhaps. Yeah. Right. He said, Logan overrated. What? Bruh, Creed, you cannot act like they was not acting like that was the greatest comic book movie ever put out, bro. Look, Mama Bear get me. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all what really made me mad. And it was a couple things, but I'll go into one because it always comes to the top of my head. I hated how that whole shit played out with how Xavier died. Like, I hated how quick it was and like just how it was carried out. There was, yeah, I really did not like that scene. Like, I really did not like that scene. I was like, what the hell? And then I just, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch it. All right. And I'll check it out again. But I still remember being upset at like a few things. Right. Prime says Avengers 5 should instead be X-Men versus Avengers with the cast of the first 3 Fox X-Men movies. I'll say this from what I understand and for what I think, especially after seeing this movie, I think, and I said this and like, wait, I said this on Leon's stream, was that I think a lot more of the X-Men are going to be popping up in those Avengers movies. I really do. Because there's some cameos in here, but there are some that's still very much so missing. And there's no way that they're just going to, yeah. I'll just kind of leave it at that. Charles also says, ZSJL is hands down my favorite comic book movie of any comic book movie of all time. Fight me. Right? Nah. I ain't going to fight you. Mine, it teeters from BVS and ZSJL. One of those two. But yeah, bro. They was acting like Logan was like Casablanca, bro. And I was like, dude, I don't know. It was dope though. Don't think that I didn't like the movie, y'all. I liked it. Went to the theater, checked it out, had a dope time. Would see it again. But I was just like, Days of Future Past, bro. Anyway. Says, isn't the next saga after the multiverse saga supposed to be X-Men versus Avengers? Hey, that'd be dope. Right? Yeah. This movie has tons of heart, though. Ryan Reynolds brought it too. He really brought it. And there are scenes where you want to punch him in the mouth, and then there's other scenes where you really feel bad for him, right? But look, it's just Hugh Jackman steals the heart of this fucking film, though. 100% steals it. So that's that. Let me get on to the next topic, though. These cameos, man. I'm not gonna go into spoilers. No spoilers as to who some of these cameos are. As I've been saying, there are a few cameos that I didn't expect. They hit hard. Even some that I did expect, they still was super dope. And all right, see, Robert Harrison. I had to get rid of your comment. We're not doing spoilers in the chat. Y'all just coming into the chat spoiling stuff? Come on, y'all. Come in, say what's up. Then I can say, hey, we're not doing no spoilers in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And y'all coming in just come on, y'all. Think, Mark. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the cameos, yeah, they hit hard, man. And there are a few that mean a whole bunch more potentially down the line. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say that there's still some that have yet to come, that if there are really going to be doing these like this homage to all the Fox characters and X-Men and the love letter to these films, like as much of a love letter as this was to the Fox X-Men universe, there's still some cameos that have to. There's still some people that need to be brought to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Because but yo, there was some surprises in there for sure, and I love how they hid one of the surprises, and like you see this guy and you think he's somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And even Deadpool thought he was somebody else, and then all of a sudden it's really another person, and we was like, "Oh my god, yo, that shit." You said cameo porn. Nah, yo, I think all of them pretty much like they were all pretty important though. They were all pretty important because I'm trying to think of because like they really covered a lot of the bases that they were going to cover, right? Because even with some of the other Wolverine variants, like the one in particular, when he goes to the bar, like yo, that shit had me rolling. You know what I'm saying? And even stuff like that, it's like you can't get out of the Fox X-Men universe without doing certain stuff. Like it's certain stuff that you just have to do and you have to see, right? So if you're gonna be doing this homage to the Fox characters, yo, there are still some characters that you got to do right by. You know what I'm saying? There's still some cameos that we need, and I think that in these few Avengers films, we're probably going to end up getting that. All right. Chris Brown says, I love that the cameos actually meant something to the narrative of the story. Absolutely. Right? Like, I can't really think of one that was done like just for shits and giggles. Right? He said, yeah, Sky, that one got me good. Right? Yeah. 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 Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now, Bishop. That made you mad. Yeah, no, I think that's coming, bro. I think that's coming. I don't think that there's a way that you get out of doing like a homage to these things and you not do certain things, bro, that you would have to do if you really trying to just do like a final send off. Like if it's gonna be a final send off, a final one, right? Then some more cameos would have had to have been in this movie. Right? He says, that early one I think was more fan service, but I loved it anyways. Are you talking about the one in the bar? Right? But yeah. He said, one of the Wolverine variant scenes was so on point for detractors that wave the flag so hard for comic book accuracy. You know which one I speak? Yeah. That's why I was like, bro, you gotta see it, because when you see these cameos like in the actual film, um, they flow well, and I don't think that they wasted any of them. You know? He says, not the bar, but the one in that same segment. Okay. Yeah. Said all of those Wolverine variants were spot on. Absolutely. All of them. Right. All right. He said, and there is an action scene with Deadpool and Wolverine that looked like it came straight out the comic book. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They definitely did the whole pose thing. Right? Yeah. We got Leon in the building. What's going on, bro? You can come on the panel if you want to. There's a link in the cool table. He said these cameos mostly worked for this film, but it shouldn't become a gimmick. And we know the MCU will go ham with this. Careful. I don't know if they can, though, all the way. Right? Like, I don't know. Well, I think I missed a comment up here earlier that pointed out something similar. I was going to highlight it, but I don't know where it went. Oh, Chris Brown said, I said in my social media review that Deadpool and Wolverine did for the Fox Marvel universe what No Way Home did for the Sony Marvel universe. Yeah, I think this is a better movie. I think this is a better movie than No Way Home. For sure. Because one thing that I loved that they seem to have learned from was they weren't pausing for applause. Because I was actually looking for that in this film, and they didn't have a whole lot of that going on. Right? So, for sure. Oh, we got Leon up here. What's going on, bro? Can you hear me?
What's good, bro? Am I coming in clear?
Yep, I can hear you. What's going on, bro?
Man, I literally just got done doing what I was talking about earlier in the day, and I'm actually on my way to go see Deadpool and Wolverine again. And I saw you was on. Yeah, so I was like, let me pull up.
What's go? Yo,
Most definitely.
glad to have you on, bro. You want to kind of give some opening thoughts on the film and what you felt about it? Go ahead and cook, bro, and yeah, just give me 1 second and you expound on your feelings on this film.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. And Bishop, I appreciate you with your compliment, bro. So yeah, I just think that this movie. Here's what I'm gonna say. I want to speak from the standpoint of how I'm seeing not a lot, but I'm seeing a significant amount of people kind of criticizing the nature of this movie. They're criticizing the existence of this movie. And it's almost from a standpoint of as if they don't understand what they're walking into, right? Deadpool and Wolverine is not supposed to be cinema in the sense that Martin Scorsese illustrated, right? There are stakes, but it's about as cinema as The Fifth Element. And that's not a knock on either film. But I would just like to ask those that are criticizing the existence of Deadpool and Wolverine. What is it that you want from this sort of a film? They actually got right a lot of the delivery that the MCU typically fumbles. The moments of bathos, for those that don't know what bathos is when you undercut, I'm going to use the word undercut, a serious moment with comedy. So Deadpool and Wolverine, they did that specifically, in my opinion, maybe twice. More if you're kind of looking at it from a very hypercritical view. But in my opinion, a specific serious moment occurs and they cut the tension with bathos. And it happened another time that I can't really remember. But I know I actually kind of in my mind kept counting. I was just like, they actually did that properly. It makes sense. Point being, I'm kind of over this conversation of acting like every movie has to be elevated into some high art. Now, I'm going to give a caveat. I do champion genre film, every film, but genre films, cape shit, comic book movies, whatever you want to refer to it as. I champion these things being elevated to their highest level. But if you look at the lifeblood, meaning the comic book of Deadpool, there isn't shit to really pull from that's going to be high art. Deadpool is lowbrow comedy, fourth wall breaking for gags and gimmicks, slap your leg comedy. Point blank. So when you take that material and you then materialize it in the live action form, it's just going to be a live action version, hopefully with passion and quality. I keep saying that, but I know I got pushback when I said that when I did a stream recently. Quality and passion combined, you can still get something that is worth watching, even on the level of a Deadpool and a Wolverine. Leon, I call that the James Gunn effect. When you give us serious stakes, then cut the tension with comedy. Hell, I'd say that's yeah, sure. We could definitely call it that. Taika Waititi, we know, is an egregious offender of that. Joss Whedon, he's also an offender of that. The Russo brothers have been offenders of that. I wouldn't even call it a James Gunn effect, even though I'm perfectly okay with picking on him and his so-called art. I would just call it the MCU effect. This is what they're known for now. This is their signature. Their signature used to be faux comic accuracy, because it's never really been comic accurate. None of this stuff is comic accurate. We can call it homages. We can call it comic book iconography, but we cannot call it comic accurate. I don't even know how to even define comic accuracy with as much reboots and iterations of comic book material exist. No, I would call this the MCU effect. When you take something that is serious and you slap it over the head with something that is not serious, just so you can keep the audience quote unquote engaged. Lastly, what I'll say to all this is this portion of what I'm discussing. Deadpool and Wolverine executed very well, keeping us engaged without overly utilizing comedy. in a way that was just pure, unabashed BS bathos. I actually do remember the scene that I'm talking about. It was towards the end. There was bathos in that scene, all littered throughout it. And the only thing I'll say is Deadpool and Wolverine. Well, mostly Wolverine was yelling at Deadpool. I know you know the scene I'm talking about, Sky, at the end, and Deadpool's clowning around. It was heartwarming and funny at the same time. It was sweet. It was gut wrenching, not in a way that's like, oh my God, oh I'm about to cry, but it was, oh man, heroic, but also like it's too stupid. I was like, wow, they're doing a really good job of dancing around bathos. This fucking movie, excuse my French, this movie needs to be seen so that we actually get this sort of thing more. My only fear is what Sky was alluding to, or I think someone alluded to in the comments, and Sky commented on, is that they pick up on the things that this film isn't trying to say, which is comedy, bathos. No, this movie is showing you how to truly utilize bathos in a way that is strategic, and I commend it for that. And I don't give a damn about any pretentious wannabe Cornell West, Michael Eric Dyson. What's the word you utilized the other day, Sky?
Oh, prognosticator.
Prognosticating ass motherfucker. This is a good time at the movies. Is it cinema? No,
Right,
it's not cinema as Scorsese defines it. It is, however, entertainment. In the phrase that I will say I coined, quality combined with passion can make great entertainment. That's all I got for now.
Yeah, bro. Nah. This film is dope, man. Like, I had titled the stream hit or miss, but nah, they got a fucking certified hit on their hands, bro. They got a certified hit, and I was speaking earlier about how I'm pretty sure that this film is going to hit 1 billion. And I'm like, bro, that comes from all these multiple viewings. And I'm like, everybody in the chat is going to go see it multiple times. You on your way
if
to
I
go
get
see
kicked
it
out, I'll
again.
come right back. I'll be right back.
Yeah. It's like he's on his way to go see it again now. And it's like, yo, that's how these things work. That's how these films hit 1 billion. It takes the hardcore film goers going multiple times, and that's exactly what's happening right now. So yeah, this thing's gonna be dope. I'm very excited to continue having the conversation around this film, because I think that this really is gonna spark a lot of conversation. And one conversation that I think is going to be had very soon is about how cooked the DCU is. They're cooked, y'all. They're cooked. They are cooked on so many levels. The DCU is officially DOA, right? And I can't remember who had said that. It's somebody, I think it was like one that like connected or affiliated with Warner Brothers or something, was talking about this shit being DOA. But no, it's just, I don't see what they can do. Like, I have no idea how James Gunn, Peter Safran, and everybody over at WBD and DC Studios, bro, they're done. Like, it's done, bro. It's over. I think that this fit, like, bro, and I was speaking with Leon about this earlier. ever since we first saw the first set photo, there has been nothing but hype surrounding this fucking film. Like
100%.
Wait a minute, didn't they drop the picture? Like, wasn't it something like surrounding either like a DCU release or something? Like they even wait, what happened when that first set photo dropped? Because it didn't drop on like a regular day. I think it dropped when something else came out, and then those set photos came out afterwards. But nah, I don't. I have not seen anything other than pure hype, excitement, and all those kind of adjectives attached to this film ever since we've seen anything, ever since it's been announced. And when you look at Superman, it's been the exact opposite, bro. Right? Like where everything that's come from this film has not stuck with the audiences. People are making fun of this shit. It's getting clowned, and they want to make it seem like it's just us Snyder fans. But in reality, you know, it's for people like Aries Spears fucking speaking out, bro. You have like regular old fucking fans and general audience members and fucking and even celebrities coming out and saying, hold up, I had to mute Leon for a second. I don't know what the hell was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like phone blowing up. You know what I mean? Nah, but yo, just
My bad. A phone call had interrupted what you were saying.
no.
The last thing I
It's
heard
all
you
good,
say
bro.
was Aries Spears.
Yeah,
I do want to comment on that real quick unless you're wrapping up.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, look, the thing too that Sky is highlighting, right? To be specific, is like the DCU is missing something that it used to have when it was in the form of the DCEU, which is the era of cool and aura, right? This shit does not slap. No one watches it unless they know they're gonna get up and see some cool, right? Because no one's going to just watch a comic book movie, you know, on some like, oh, I just want to watch a comic book movie because largely a lot of this stuff is viewed as lame. You can look across history at comic book films, even at its peak. You can look at the MCU even at its peak. Not everybody was going to go watch everything. You know what I mean? And the only reason you really showed up to watch a lot of these movies is because you wanted to see what was going to happen with the Infinity Saga itself, right? Since then, people aren't really just showing up to the MCU. You know what I'm saying? So what would make anybody involved with a DCU think that they're gonna somehow have a leg up when the fucking MCU is being hit over the head with the truth? With it ain't cool, we're not going to watch it. Deadpool and Wolverine has an air of cool that is just missing from all this sort of discourse, right? And there's an air of self-awareness that is unlike what we're seeing from other things. Like Deadpool knows what it is.
Yeah.
This movie knows what it is, and it's not ashamed of being what it is. That's number one. And number two, it's got cool, man. And if I got into it, it'd be spoilers. I'm not going to do that. But there's cool in this movie, like cool moments that are like, yo, I can't believe this happened. This guy's here. That one's doing that. It's just cool. Where you're like, it makes you realize, like, if you're not a comic book fan, and I know this for firsthand because who I was with last night, she was like, is this what it's like? Superhero movies and comic books and cartoons? I'm like, no, not all the time. Not all the time.
Right.
This goes into the basket of, I would say, an A score as far as what to expect. put this in the A basket. Now, I'm not speaking about like, was it edited properly? Was all the acting Oscar? I'm just talking pure comedy. Or
Experience.
sorry,
Yeah.
pure experience. Yes,
Yeah.
pure experience. This is in the A category, and there's an air of cool in this movie that the DCU does not have at all right now with them fucking pictures, man. Like, who's looking at the DCU and going, yo, that's dope. I really want to go invite all my homies to this. Who's
Right.
looking at Creature Commandos trailer and going, yo, man, this about to be lit. This about to be litty, as the kiddos say.
I want to host a watch along to, bro. You know what's so crazy? The Suicide Squad was not successful.
No,
Right? And then they double
It
down
wasn't.
and say, okay, we're gonna do a fucking cartoon based upon this movie that was not successful. That's fucking crazy, bro.
So I have a question for you, Sky, in the chat. I'm being rhetorical to you, Sky, because I know you know the answer. But to the chat, I know the chat does too. But just for entertainment purposes, just for quality and passion purposes, who are they aiming this for? No one went to go see the Suicide Squad.
Crazy.
So who are they advertising this cartoon for? Who they make this for? Like, what?
Crazy. Said the DCU can't stop taking the L. You know what I'm saying? Socks that our dear departed friend Mikey Sutton told us all that the MCU will be getting darker and the DCU will be getting goofy. Yeah, facts.
Yep.
That's literally what he said. Yep. Mama Bear says Creature Commandos will be lit on fire, hopefully. Hey, nah, man. This is crazy, bro. When I saw that trailer, look, and this how you know that the DCU's cooked, right? Because when I saw that trailer for Creature Commandos and I realized that shit is an animated version of the Suicide Squad, I was like, bro, how dumb could they be? Like, nobody liked the fucking movie. Nobody went to go see it. And then you turn around and double down and say, I'm going to give you guys an animated version of this shit that you didn't like in the theaters.
Insane, bro.
And then they're all going to base this off of the ideas of a guy whose shit just flopped.
That's it. Okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. Like,
bro, Deadpool 3 is better than any movie James Gunn has ever made in his fucking lifetime, bro. That's a fact.
Fact.
That is a fact.
Facts.
I would have rather y'all gave the fucking DCU to Sean Levy.
100%. 100%. And here's the thing, like, to touch on the notion that they're literally structuring the DC universe around projects that James Gunn, first of all, failed James Gunn projects, but they're all just Trojan Horse projects for shit that he's done and wants to do. That's all that is. No one else thinks that's crazy.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Right? It's all Trojan Horse projects for shit that he's done.
Bro, I was so shocked at like how much of a ripoff of fucking or how much of a or how influenced that project was by the Suicide Squad, which is just crazy, bro. And dude, you're absolutely right, man. From fucking Peacemaker, bro, it's all just been all of it. And none of this shit is working.
It's freaking nuts. None of it, bro.
And then on the other hand, right, because El Necron, Deadpool and Wolverine kicked ass. Dope ass fucking movie. Right? Gunn can't even begin to compete. Bro, what was the point of this, man? Bro, it almost feels like this shit was to dumb down DC while Marvel continues to take off. Like,
That, bro.
let's just think about the timing, bro. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Allow me to cook. So Marvel and DC are having a competition, right? It's heated. You know what I'm saying? DC starts ascending. Their first 5 films completely wipe out the first 5 MCU films, box office wise, wipe them off the map, right? Was trending upward. Everything is trending upward, right? WB swerves, does a fucking U-turn in the fucking middle of a freeway, right? And all that stuff happens, right? Zach gets kicked out. DC falls off while Marvel does their fucking Infinity Saga, and they finish that out, right? Then DC has a chance to compete. Remember, we was talking about that because the MCU with Phase 4 starts taking a bit of a downward turn, right? They're having less money at the box office. All these fucking Disney Plus shows start dropping off. People start getting upset and like, hey, we want higher quality stuff, right? WBD comes along, and at a time where they had a chance to compete, right? They had a chance to compete again. What do they choose to do? They punt on third down, right? And they say, no, we're not going to bring Zach back, even after the Snyder Cut came out. And Zack Snyder's Justice League is a worldwide global phenomenon. It's doing numbers. Everybody's loving this shit, right? They still choose to not bring back Zachary Edward Snyder at that time, even though the MCU is in a downward turn and they could have really had a chance to make some noise, right? And then what happens after that? They punt on third down again for the second time. And then right when the MCU starts ramping back up, all of a sudden, we're getting these whack-ass DC projects. Yo, y'all don't like that timing don't fucking seem strange to you guys? That timing don't seem strange? That every time Marvel's in a downward turn and DC got a chance to take over, they just fucking don't do whatever that it would take for them to take over. And then Marvel gets this fucking pass, and then they get to have these times of being down with no competition. Then whenever DC does start putting some competition back out there, it's at a time where, hey, Marvel about to start taking over. This shit is over with, yo. The DCU is dead, yo. I think that somebody was just saying Superman Legacy comes out around the time that Fantastic Four comes out. That shit's DOA. Chris Brown says, bro, when Abdi and DeLuca brought back Henry, that was the time to strike. The fandom was on fire and outlets were championing it, but then Gunn happened. Bro, and then here's the thing, because I salute Pam Abdi, and Mike DeLuca. I feel like they tried their absolute hardest to bring back Zach and his characters for like one last ride. I honestly do feel that way. I feel like they did their absolute best. But at this time, with everything that I know now, I don't know if Zaslav always had this James Gunn shit in his head, yo. And he might have just been letting it, or they might have just been doing that, trying to strum up interest, showing people like, hey, y'all, this is what we should actually be doing. Like, sometimes that's how these battles are actually fought. They're fought through the fandom and through the media, right? So you probably had Zaslav and all them wanting to go this gun route. Pam Abdi and Mike fucking DeLuca is over there like, nah, we should do this, right? And all this news was coming out. It seemed like they was actually going to be going down that route. And then all of a sudden, it's like, nah, we ain't doing that. And at this point, the timing of all this shit is just too strange for me, yo.
Briefly, I wanted to touch on it because I know I miss you partially cooking, man. He was cooking like a mug, and I got kicked out again. But yeah, forgive me. So yeah, nah, there was a point in time in which it seemed as though what you're saying exactly happened. Because remember, Pam and Mike, they were in charge of the film department, or still are. I don't know what they are now, but they were in charge of the film department. So all films had to go through them, blah blah blah. So there was a point in time when it was basically put out in the public that, hey, you know, Gunn and whatever he's going to do, which we now know as DC Studios and the DCU, basically said, look, there's got to be a separation of church and state. You know, just because you're in charge of films, I run my show, basically. That's when we, that's when we knew, like, oh man, yeah, all right, well, there you have it. There you have it. If I'm remembering the timeline right.
Yeah, because there was some back and forth, and then James Gunn came out and was like, nah, bro, all DC projects fall under DC Studios. And I was like, oh, there you go.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And you're right. He did say all, when we then find out later that that's not the truth. The truth of the matter is all new DC projects under him and DC Studios he's in charge of. But DC overall, that's not the case. Because we have DC on Amazon, we have DC on Netflix. We have DC coming out seemingly in production with like the Batman and like other projects that are being talked about, like Constantine. What he wants to do is he wants to put out in the ether, you know, some sort of power and control, because he doesn't want these other projects to exist while DC Studios does. Because there'll be a clear, there'll be a clear chasm when it comes to the distinct difference in quality and also viewership.
Yeah, dude.
How many people are going to go see Constantine 2 before they go see Superman?
That's what
Think about that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And so y'all think Gunn don't know that shit?
Facts. Of course
y'all
he
think
does.
Gunn don't know that shit? Y'all think that he don't know that David Cornsweet in this cast, no disrespect, but Keanu Reeves clears all that shit by himself?
Facts.
Right? The Rock clears all that shit, bro. I think that's why they were so dead set on putting out all that fucking news to push him out, bro. Nah, man, yo.
Oh, 100%. They wanted to make sure that The Rock's name was sullied enough to where, and then I'm not even going to get into the part where parts of the fandom actually caped for the demise of The Rock in DC. Anyway, go ahead, bro. Your channel. You were gonna say something because this topic gets me heated.
Yeah, nah, like he said, the Fantastic Four is finally showcasing Galactus as the main villain. It's a wrap. Gunn's film is cooked, bro. And it's so funny that I didn't realize that this was going to be one of the main things that I was going to feel walking out of that film, but it absolutely was. I was like, bro, the fucking DCU is cooked, bro. Like, they have no chance. There's no chance of them coming back now, bro. No chance.
Yep.
Like, bro. And then I ain't gonna get into some of the cameos, but like a a Fantastic Four film after this shit coming out with some of the cameos that's in this movie, I don't think that's gonna work too well for that film, bro. And it's just like, man, this shit, bro, this feels to me like the fucking this feels to me like the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals. This shit is just starting to feel too rigged to me now, bro. Like, this shit looks rigged. Like, every time they've had a chance to compete, they fucking fumble the bag and then let Marvel come back with like some kind of death blow.
Bro, and it goes back to this whole, to me, the monopolization of parts of Warner Brothers, man. That's what it boils down to me, man. Like, it seems like a team effort. It really does. And I think we can't talk about the successes of these films without looking at it in that purview, man.
Yeah. Right. Hey, Charles Austin has a great point, bro. If he just took a Feige role, that'd have been cool. But he directing this shit, writing everything, bro. Right? Man, look at that. Fucking Constantine too. Been waiting ages, bro. Everybody has, bro. Said is those Snyder onlys to just help James Gunn, yo, cause that's what their job is to do, bro. Mama Bear says Gunn was promoting the MCU during Black Adam. Yeah, right. Look at this shit. L Necron, I had to delete your comment, bro. We're not doing no spoilers in the chat on for none of the cameos. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this whole thing seemed set up. It seemed rigged. This shit is looking like WWE to me now, yo. Like, every time DC got a chance to compete, they just turn into Keystone Cops. And just, you know what I'm saying? They just like running around and shit. Can't fucking find anything. Can't find their handcuffs. Right? And
Right.
it's like all of a sudden, yeah, bruh, sell is the only way. And when that happens, right, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Because that's
100%.
That's the only thing that they have on the horizon, bro.
That's so sad. We got a whack Superman and a whack Superman suit and Creature Commandos.
Look, Necron said, thought this was spoilers. I did a Qatar. Hey, man, yo, if you got the Qatar, bro, hey, you don't have to hear about that, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
He gonna have to hear about that, bro.
Yep.
Right. He said, don't forget Jurassic World 4. Yeah, that's coming out around the time of Super. Bro, that film's cooked, bro. But just not. This whole MCU versus DCU shit, and you know what? That was probably the goal, man. That shit was probably the goal. You know what I'm saying? Trojan Horse, effective as hell, right? And yo, this is what, but people gonna be over there, you know what I'm saying, trying to act like this shit is cool, trying to act like people really, really want this type of shit, when in reality, the fans are speaking with their dollars, bro, and with their attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, no one's even having a conversation about. I'm not having a conversation with anybody who's arguing these points. Nobody, bro. because they mention box office all the time when it comes to BVS.
Yeah, every time,
So I
right?
don't want to hear it.
Oh, it underperformed. Deal with it. Hey, it just didn't materialize, guys.
Facts.
And those dollars, yo, I don't know what Leon said, but that's
Oh my bad.
yeah. Nah, but those dollars is just like, yo, they just didn't materialize, guys. Right? Deadpool and David Zaslav is the new hit film. Nah, this is wild, Joe. This is wild. It ain't no way that they're gonna be able to just capture the zeitgeist, man. Nobody wants this new Superman. Everybody still wants Cavill as Superman. They not rocking with the suit. They ain't been rocking with the logo. The DC Studios logo looks trash. Like, what are we doing, bro? What is happening to the brand that I loved so much growing up?
I think it's being purposely destroyed, bro.
This shit is crazy.
It's being destroyed on purpose, my man.
Purposefully, bro. And then they look, just for those of you guys that haven't seen it, let's just take our word that this movie is off the chain and it's gonna hit $1 billion. Right? What does that say in juxtaposed to what people have been fucking saying and seeing from the Superman movie this whole time? Bro, people been expecting a hit with Deadpool and Wolverine, and the movie's dope as shit. Right? There's at no point has anybody been as upset with anything they've seen from this movie at all, from the set pictures to the logo reveal to the trailers to nothing, except apparently they said that at first they were going to call it Deadpool and Friend, and then they changed it right before the trailer came out because the test audiences were mad or whatever. But that might have been the only misstep, and we as a greater fan base never even heard about that. We never even saw that. So the one misstep that was probably had with this film happened, and the greater fan base never even found out about the shit until an interview came out recently. Right? And now,
wait, say that last part again.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds said that apparently they were gonna call the movie Deadpool and Friend at first, and then test audiences didn't like it, and then they immediately changed it before the trailer came out. That's what Ryan Reynolds said. So I'm like, that was probably the only misstep that we heard about or saw in this film. I mean, in the entire lead up, and we didn't even find out about that shit until recently, right? So
Right.
the greater fan base never even heard about that, right? But yet you have this other film where we've been seeing and hearing like official shit, and nobody is liking it. Not of any like
nobody normal. Nobody doesn't have to apologize for it.
Facts,
Right.
bro.
And those that have to apologize, just wait and see, the wait and see crowd. We didn't have to wait and see for anything revolving around Deadpool and Wolverine. We didn't have to wait and see shit. All of it looked great from the jump.
They saw him in that suit, and it was a wrap, bro. All right. Look at the difference in when they first saw Wolverine in his suit on set, because it was a set photo, right? And then
Yep.
the response to David Corenswet's fucking Superman suit reveal on set. Look,
Believe it or
it's
not,
night and day.
I've heard people say something that's gonna sound so egregious that they're comparing the two suits and saying that they are of the same quality. I've heard murmurs of that, and I'm like, that's such BS,
What?
man.
What? What, bro? That's crazy. I have not heard that, but that is insane. That is insane. Yep. Wolverine is a big IP, which is crazy because Superman's a bigger one, right? And it ain't been nothing, bro. Oh my god, man. DCU been DOA since he was announced. Facts. This is, yeah. We ain't got to cook on this for too much longer, but I can't lie. This is one of the main things that was on my mind when I came out of this theater. I was like, bro, I don't know how they come back from this, bro. I don't know how they come back. This is a bona fide fucking hit, bro. I don't care what the media says. People are gonna keep seeing this movie, right? And yeah, bro. Any last thoughts on
The pretentious crowd and the overzealous critic who wanted this movie to pander to woke bullshit. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yep. Is there any last thoughts on the MCU versus DCU topic before I move on to my last little thing here?
Nah, the DCU, just like this topic, is thoroughly cooked.
Facts. That shit's over with. Right? He said, when the time comes, you better run and don't look back. This here is over. And that time
Facts.
is now. Shout out to Arthur Morgan. You know what I'm saying? But last thing, I want to give my rating. Yeah, yo, I had such a good time watching this film. Yeah. I don't know. I'm somewhere between a 9 and a 10, yo. I don't know. I probably gonna have to see it again. Right now, I feel like I'm at a 9, but I thoroughly enjoyed this film, yo. Laughed out loud a whole bunch, enjoyed the action scenes, had a lot of heart, damn near. I mean, I wasn't tearing up, but a lot of people around me was, and I could definitely understand why they were getting emotional, right? Even if it didn't bring all of that out of me, it was very, very moving, to say the least. And yeah, it's a great time, whether you with the homies, by yourself, on a date. I think that this plays well in all different crowds, between general audience members, hardcore fan members. Yeah, yo, I just think that it's a dope movie, and I actually want to salute everybody involved for just, and not only for this film, but these films recently that have been breaking this mold of like trying to overly preach to people and do certain things like that, because the focus on quality is very important. And I think that is the way that we truly combat these narratives, right? Like by championing and patronizing things that go against these things that we say that we don't like. Like everybody hates woke culture or whatever, or they panderers, and everybody's going in and, yo, I hate this. Well, look, it becomes incumbent upon us to support things that do things at a high level without doing that stuff. Because if you don't do that, right, it gives them reasons or excuses to continue to make these things that we don't like and to try to give us these projects that we don't really want, right? Like, nobody enjoys being pandered to. I think even the targets of the pandering, I don't even think that they enjoy it, which is why these things tend to not make a lot of money. Right? So, when you have something that is for the fans, by fans pretty much, right? And they go out of their way to go against things that maybe, you know, truly harming cinema and theaters and things like that, which is a stifling of creativity. I think that, you know, it takes projects like this to really show Hollywood, like, yo, man, just give us what the fuck we want and y'all will make money, you know? But the longer that they continue to let this DEI money flow in and have that offset whatever they think that they're gonna lose, while, you know, making these poor decisions, you know, and still blaming the fans, because that's what bothers me the most. I think is how they continue to try to say, well, hey guys, theaters are dying and that's why we're doing certain things like this. And it's like, nah, bro, nah, man, you don't have to do these things. And the more projects that come out that make money, that kind of fly in the face of what these people are saying and these narratives that they're trying to put forward, that's how we win, yo. I hope all these films that are going against that mold are fucking successful. I hope Megalopolis makes a whole bunch of money for that same reason. You know, like, these things need to be championed. This is what is gonna bring creativity back, you know. And I don't know about people that live like in the rest of the world, honestly, but I can only speak for me as an American citizen. Like, I'm tired of, you know, these damn people's speech, because it's pretty much like damn near like not having freedom of speech, bro. Like, freedom of expression and creativity being stifled is a bad thing, yo. And us being told that we can't get certain things because they may or may not be problematic, like, nah, man, y'all don't get to make those choices. That shit is supposed to be the fans' choice to make whether or not they're going to support something. Y'all don't get to make those choices, yo. And the more that they try to make those choices for us, that's what's killing theaters, bro. That's what's killing creativity. That's what's killing excitement is surrounding all forms of entertainment, be it video games, music, movies, television shows, what have you. That shit has to stop. And yo, I just think that everybody should go check this film out. Make your own mind up, because yeah, yo, this shit is important. You dig? If you a real cinema fan and if you enjoy going to the movie theaters, go watch this movie. But go ahead, Leon.
Yeah, man. You can hear? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, I agree. And well said. This. Here's what I'll say. If you're a fan of going to the movies, because I'm tired of this conversation of what is cinema and what is not. Again, when I watched The Fifth Element,
What's up, HMD?
like, I'm not dissing The Fifth Element, but It's the fucking Fifth Element.
Lost
Like,
in
are we gonna pretend like that's?
paradise.
Are we gonna pretend like that's like Citizen Kane? You know what I'm saying? Like, as moviegoers, we know that we can separate high art, low art, or just art that's just for entertainment's sake. We know we can do this with entertainment. So let's stop this conversation, this inauthentic BS conversation where we're trying to make it seem like Deadpool and Wolverine is supposed to be the cure for cancer. Like, cut it out. You know, I think it's just ridiculous. And to concur with what Sky was saying, yeah, man, this movie is not some DEI test. It's just entertainment. It's fun. It's, you know, a return to form of kind of having a voice and a signature that isn't by committee to the point that it just feels like a hollow piece of product. You know what I'm saying? Dang.
Is this true?
Yeah, I heard that it hit 200 already, so I wouldn't be surprised if it hit 420. What the fuck? But yo, I'm gonna say this. And I got a dip. Go see Deadpool and Wolverine, and like Scott said, go see it for yourself, man. Go see it for yourself, and stop trying to act like you're, you know, Captain Save Cinema and all of this and that. Because where were all these voices when the MCU truly sucked, and they were just giving us, they were just giving us things that make you clap like a seal. You know what I mean? Where were y'all then? Don't make Deadpool and Wolverine your battle cry for, you know, the return of cinema. Nah, start with Superman Legacy. Anyway, I got a dip. Y'all have fun. Sky, much appreciated, man. The Syndicate Network is, it's everything, yo. We taking over. Much love. Bang.
Much love, Brody. We'll catch you over here next time. You dig? Thank you for stopping through. You know what I'm saying? Got the homie Leon in the building. We appreciate him coming through. HMDS says, I love the Fifth Element, and I bet it would never get greenlit today. And yeah, it's not trying to reinvent cinema, but people were passionate about what they were making. So, for sure. Right? Yeah. Corbin Dallas, right? Corbin Dallas. Corbin, my man, I got no fire. Super Green. I actually hated Chris Tucker in that movie. That's one character that I didn't like, for sure. Mama Bear says the LGBT stuff is as welcome as race swapping is to the black community. It's not genuine. Facts. Right? Like, I don't like that they race swap Booster Gold. Bro, it's like it's the first time I'm gonna see Booster Gold in a movie, and it's not even gonna look like the traditional fucking Booster Gold. It makes no sense. Oh my god, bro, this is crazy. Really makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all put your last question in the comments down in the bottom. We about to start closing this thing on out. You dig? Yeah, shouts out to Leon. Hope he enjoys this film. Again, I know he is. Sin Havoc is in the building saying they cut a lot out of Deadpool 3. A lot. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It feels like it. But I think that's part of what I was saying earlier. I really do think that they're gonna save a lot of this stuff for other films. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And much love is Sin Havoc. No spoilers in the chat, just so you know. L Necron said, here is my deal on the never would fly today stuff. It only exists if we keep accepting it. Fuck cancel culture on both ends. Yo, I feel that too, right? Because it's part of what I have been kind of thinking about with this whole Donald Trump stuff recently, right? Because I was gonna only do that one stream as like a one-off, and then you guys were like, nah, y'all wanted me to keep talking about it. And then the more that I go on Instagram, the more that I be like, man, ain't no way that I can't keep talking about this stuff, yo, because I be seeing a lot of foolishness, you know what I'm saying? But yo, man, yeah, nah. He said, they gender swapped the Penguin in that new Batman animated series. Yeah, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm sorry, Sky, but Chris was funny as hell to me because he was so annoying. Yeah, he's like, super green. All right. He said, and sorry, Gen Z, but Deadpool got you. Yo, he was clowning everybody, right? For sure. For sure. Nah, everybody got it. Everybody got it, bro. Disney got it. Marvel got it. WBD got it. The woke culture got it. Right? Nah, that was crazy. They gender swapped Mr. Freeze. Yeah, in that game too. Crazy. This, I don't know. Wow. But we are about to start closing this thing on out, man. I want to thank Leon for stopping through and for adding to the conversation, as well as everybody that was in the chat, partaking in the live show, and everybody that will be watching this on replay as well. Much love to all of y'all. Make sure that y'all go check this film out. It's super dope. I had a great time with it, and I am definitely looking forward to continuing the conversation with the spoiler stream. That's like one of the streams that we're gonna be doing next week. That's like not focused on the other thing, but like I said, just be tuned in. It's gonna be a lot of stuff coming next week, y'all. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. I'm so happy being on the precipice of the release of Rebel Moon, the director's cut, yo, and just getting a chance to kind of bask in what's about to happen and how we're about to, really be engaging with all of you guys out there. We're very excited on our end, and just continuing these conversations is going to be super dope. So yeah, there will be a spoiler review next week that we have planned. It's going to be very special as well, but we're trying to figure out how we're going to fit all this stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there will be content coming every day next week. Some might drop later than others, you know what I'm saying? But we will be having content coming each day next week. So y'all make sure that y'all stay locked in with this channel. And we just really, really appreciate y'all wholeheartedly. Yeah, said nobody was safe. All right. Shenavin says, I'm about to watch those director's cuts. Everybody have a good evening. Wait, what director's cuts are you about to watch, bro? Said, don't worry, I won't spoil them. Hey, man. You know what? I almost said something that would have been crazy because it would have, never mind. Yeah. Hey, it's in havoc, bro. Touche. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Zod Ryder says, great stream. Shout out to the bro Zod pulling up and engaging with the chat. Glad you guys had a great time. L Necron says nobody should be safe in comedy. For sure. Yep. No spoilers over here. Right. Yes. HMDS. Glad y'all were able to stop through. And yo, be here anytime, bro. Right. Hey, we got Qatar in the building. Much love, bro. Qatar, just so you know, you are a verb now, bro. Because everybody's like, hey, you better not Qatar me. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro. Oh, hey, it's all love though. You know what I'm saying? But that's just you have to deal with that now, Qatar. You are known as the spoiler. Much love to the homie Qatar though, man. Much love. Man. Yeah. Thank you for being here, Mama Bear. We appreciate you being here wholeheartedly. Right, each and every time. All right. Bishop about to go record a new stream. Yeah. We gonna get out of we about to get out of here. He says send habit confirmed. All right. Bad Dan says, hey Sky, when you get a chance and check your Twitter DM, and got an LA question. For sure. Hey, she said, that's a badass villain name, the spoiler. Yeah, hey, he said, oops, did a guitar. Hey, he gonna have to deal with that. He gonna have to deal with that. That's like trade check this watch. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just become a hashtag. You know what I'm saying? And hey, or a verb now. So that's what it is. But look, yes, y'all stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming next week. Please be locked in. And yo, just be here and be ready. You dig? And we will get it y'all next time. Y'all have a good day. Peace.
joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.